Hello YouTube. Today we're going to be playing in the Modern Challenge. We are playing, of course, Affinity. I was thinking of either playing Cheerios, Affinity, or Lantern Control. I started on Affinity because Karn, the Son of Urza, came out. I wanted to test him out in Affinity, and I have two. Excellent hand. Yep, we're going to drop Springleaf Drum turn 1. And then we'll see what happens. So yeah, Karn is a very, very good card. I basically just replaced the Masters of Ethereum in the list with Karns. Although I was only down to one Master, so I also had a Thought Cast in place of a Master, so I just took out Thought Cast, I took out Master, and I put in 2 Karns. So, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so this hand has 2 good threats with Edge Champion and Cranial Plating. If it's, a quick deck, we'll play Cranial Plating. If it's, like a grindy, like a Jund or Blue Eye Control or something like that, we play the Edge Champion. Our opponent might just be looking up what we play on. So he'll see all of our finishes are on Affinity. So he'll be like, oh, this guy's on Affinity, and he'll play his hand differently maybe. Or it might just be that he would have done that in the Mulligan state. So next turn we'll probably go Land, Scourge, Plating. Oh, looks like humans. Cool. So he's going to play an Aether Vial, or Champion of the Parish, or Hierarch. Aether Vial it is. Alright. Another Vault Scourge. Does that change anything? Nope. Because my opponent can play Meddling Mage next turn, I don't want to risk. Plus, because they can play Kitesail Freebooter next turn, I do not want to risk having my Cranial Plating stuck in hand or taken away by a Freebooter, because I'm only running 2 Galvanic Blasts. And I have the 2 best cards in the deck besides Edge Champion, like against humans, which is going to be Vault Scourge and Cranial Plating, because humans doesn't have like an infect kill or anything like that, so they need to kill me with direct damage. And Vault Scourge literally just lets me swing while they just aren't going to be able to. Okay, so they're going to take my drum. That's cool. Yeah, so this is very, very excellent hand right now against humans, and they don't have a 1-drop because they probably would have played it. Well, they don't have at least a Champion of the Parish. Okay, so we'll play the Jar, and we're gonna play the. Ooh. Interesting. I don't think we really need to be swinging right now, and we kind of do want to be playing out this Edge Champion very soon because our opponent can play, for example, a Meddling Mage next turn. Looks like a Hierarch. Yep. This is the RPTQ promo. Yeah, I think so. Also, of course, a promo on Magic Online. So this, no, not RPTQ. Is it RPTQ? It's a promo Hierarch. I know that. It's a Judge promo, maybe. I have some friends who are building foil humans, and they're having a hard time getting foil copies of, I believe, this card. Because, the OG Noble Hierarchs, getting a foil of that, it's not really worth it. You want that nice special promo. Reflector Mage would suck on my Vault Scourge. Mantis Rider would be a little painful, but that's why I have 2 Vault Scourges, so I can kind of still beat a Mantis Rider. What I could even do, what I think I might end up doing is swing with that Champion and then equip to Vault Scourge. And, okay, looks like a Mantis Rider. So our opponent's just going to attack with Mantis Rider. Swing for 4. Oh, great, they're going to pump the team. Alright, so that means I'm going to have to start swinging with False Scourge because my left toad's actually in a little bit of danger right now. Because our opponent has 2 Hierarchs, they should have just attacked with Mantis Rider. So they're dealing 6 to me, but if they had sung just Mantis Rider, they would have done 6 to me anyways. So, opponent messed up a little bit. Crap. I really want to play the second False Scourge in case they get a Reflector Mage. But, whatever. Arping Ravager is such a good card, doesn't really matter. Alright, we're going to swing with Vault Scourge. We'll hold back Edge Champion to block, let's say, for example, Thalia's Lieutenant. Actually, I can just swing for 9. Because I'm going up to about like 19 life. Yeah, because then I have lethal next turn with like just the Edge Champion, hopefully. Opponent didn't block. Okay. So next turn, Edge Champion's an 8-2. And then a 9-2. And then I animate these two to 11-2. So I need to have a land on top or something. And I can just swing for lethal next turn. Or even Archon Ravager lets me do that anyways. But then I'm vulnerable to, let's say, Reflector Mage. But they didn't pump up the Aether Boss. So I think that's just lethal right now. Our opponent needs, like 2 Thalia's Lieutenants maybe to win here. I don't even think that matters. No, yeah, 2 Thalia's Lieutenants would definitely be lethal because they have exactly, look, they have like 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. They have 9 damage on board. 2 Thalia's Lieutenants would add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'd be 10 twice. So that's like 19 damage exactly. So their exact hand needs to be 2 Thalia's Lieutenants. Let's say they Reflector Mage, for example. I just sack whatever they Reflector Mage, which would probably be Vault Scourge, to Ravager. Mantis Rider. Yep. That's 3 more damage. 4 more damage because buff the Lieutenant as well. Yep. Six, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spire of Industry should do it. I'm at 4 life. They didn't go up to 3, so they can't kill me with like a Kazakh Malcontents, which they would have killed me with anyways. Cool. Pump. Alright, we're gonna swing first to make sure our opponent can't block or anything like that. Go to blocks. Good game. Cool. Alright, against humans, we want Whip Flare and Aether Grid and Etch Champion and let's say for now we want Blood Moon. What do we switch out? Take out a Memnite. Take out a Karn. Take out another Karn. Because they're go wide, like they can kill Karn no matter what. So I don't need that kind of grindy card advantage in such a quick matchup. Signal Pest is kind of bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take out Pest. I think I'm good here. Blood Moon's not the best card because they have Hierarch, they have Aether Vial, but it's okay. I don't like Thoughtseize because they kind of dump their hand, play their best creatures first. So I believe I haven't had the chance to test Karn at all. So this is basically me testing Karn in the Modern Challenge. But I'm pretty sure Karn is absolutely bonkers in Affinity. So is he gonna make Affinity OP busted? You know, break the game? No. But I think it's a very, very strong card because. So let's say I'm replacing Karn with. I used to have Master of Ethereum, right? Master is 1, it requires colored mana, and 2, plays into board wipes. Master is basically a cranial plating on a stick as well. Oh, look at this hand. Oh boy. It's incredibly slow. There's no colored mana, so it's essentially like a multi 5 already. Turn 1, they do Aether Vial. Turn 2, they Kite Sail or they Meddling Mage. So turn 2, I can play Steel Overseer. Turn 3, they Reflector Mage. And if I get a land, turn 3 is an S champion. Ugh. Oh boy. I don't like keeping slow hands against humans, but I just need a colored source, and I have like 3 payoff cards basically, so fuck it. Take the risk. Okay, champion. I can play Vault Scourge. Cool, cool. That's like the best card. What I really want right now is a Mox Opal. Kite Sail. Meddling Mage. Got it. This is it. This is the penultimate turn. If I can get a Mox Opal, I win the game. Period. Cranial plating. Oh, okay. Grid. Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. I'll play the Overseer. Swing for 1. So Vault Scourge allows us to race, essentially. It allows me to swing with the creature every turn and make me not die when they tap out to kill me. Because Vault Scourge, you know. Like, I don't have to hold back Vault Scourge to block anything like that. It's one of the best cards in the matchup. The lifelink is incredibly relevant. It's like playing against Burn, where Burn doesn't have any removal spells, except for like a 3 mana like a removal spell where you can play it again in 2 turns. Reflector Mage or Mantis Rider. Or is it Staticaster? Okay. Mantis Rider. Swing for 6. Yep. Oh, more than... Yeah, of course. You can attack the Meddling Mage. Colored source? No. Alright, we'll play the Ornithopter here. We'll play the Archvine Ravager. Pump the team. I'll swing for 2. This is me gonna... I'm just gonna try and trade with this Mantis Rider or just swing for 2, basically. So I'll just sacrifice our Ravager to itself, put it on the Vault Scourge. If our opponent blocks, they probably reflect our Mage, but that's okay. Okay. Really just want to get my red mana. Because like Galvanic Blast is good right now. Grid is kind of bad. Look at all these sideboard cards I'm drawing and I can't play them. We're just waiting on our opponent to see how we can try and break out of this board state. Because, I mean, he played Mantis Rider, he had to have not had Reflector Mage, because he would Reflector Mage, Steel Overseer to turn it off for a couple of turns. Which means he probably doesn't have Reflector Mage unless he top decked it. So I bet right now he's just you know. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, now I'm not. It just Statcaster doesn't win the game. He needs Mage or Vorthian Renegades, essentially. Ooh, a 4th land? That's not good. For our opponent, that is. Meddling Mage. Okay. Probably naming Etch Champion. Because they have 1 on Plating. They have maybe 1 on... Or it's a Galvanic Blast. Yeah, Phantasmal Image. It's probably duping Meddling Mage or Mantis Rider. Yeah, okay. Another image? Interesting. Another Meddling Mage. Got it. So Galvanic Blast or Etch Champion, I guess. Those are the 2 cards that can kind of hurt my opponent right now. Because Etch Champion can block Champion and Perish. Alright, well. So my opponent's probably attacking the Champion of the Parish and the 2 Mantis Riders. Which is for 10. Arcbound Ravager. That's fine, actually. That's fair. That's a very good card for me to draw as well. I really just want to get that Whip Flare. Oh, please. No, please attack with your Meddling Mage. Please. So what I'm going to do then is... If you attack with Meddling Mage, I block with the Ravager and then put Ornithopter underneath this Champion of the Parish. I'm just going to put this Ornithopter here and then sack and take 6 down to 4. No, 5. Ooh, another Ornithopter. Cool. Do I care about this Blinkbot Nexus at all? Like, I can pump it right now, basically. Or can I hold it back till next turn and block with it? I'll probably hold it back, so we'll just go ahead and swing with the Vault Scourge. Yeah, we'll just pump the team. Pump this Vault Scourge up. Horizon Canopy is one of their best draws because it cycles. They can find something relevant. That's why it's a 4-up in the deck. In situations like this. Because Humans has no grinding power, right? It has Horizon Canopy and that's it. That's its only card draw in the entire deck. So what you see is what you get, pretty much, except for top decks. Okay, this looks like an, I don't know, is it Staticaster, Mantis Rider? Another Mantis Rider, jeez. Let's see how they attack. So at this point, I'm going to block the Champion with my Ravager. Right? Nah, I don't want to do that yet. That's the whole team. Yep. We'll activate this Nexus. Alright. So we'll kill... Do we want to kill the Meddling Mage, really? Do we want to kill the Champion? If we kill Champ, we have to sacrifice 3, so that includes the Citadel, basically. Nah. Alright. So we will put this Blink Moth underneath the Champion. No, yeah, I guess so. We have to... Yeah, alright. We're going to give up our board to kill this guy. And then we'll put this guy here. And am I dead? 6, 8? Yeah, I am. So there. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Exactly. Yeah, so then we okay blockers, and then we sack our 3 things to Ravager. Killing champion. Oh, I killed the wrong Mantis Rider. Whoops. Yep, I should have blocked any other Mantis Rider, but it's not dead though, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright, so now we're basically going all in on this board state. Unless we draw like a color land, I guess. Now the question is, can I swing for lethal? Ooh, Welding Jar's a nice draw. If I swing for what, like 8? So 3, 10, 12 right now, 11, 14. Okay. So my opponent has to block here with one of these guys, probably this guy. But then I lose next turn, right? That's a loss, yeah. Unless I put everything on the Vault Scourge. So I'll just swing with... I'm going to swing with everything. And then... Because that's lethal if I do. If my opponent doesn't block. And if they do block, I just put everything on the Vault Scourge anyways. And then my opponent just has to have Reflector Mage, basically. My opponent's probably just going to block the Vault Scourge with this Mantis Rider right here. And then like just take 8. Yeah. 9, 10, 11. So I need to do like 3 more damage somehow. Yeah. So then their only out is Reflector Mage or Vorthian Renegades, which is a big out, I assure you. But kind of have to go for it at this point. I mean, the best cards they can draw are basically Mantis Riders. And just keep in mind, I've had 4 dead cards in these matchups. Okay, so they can still kill me on the crackback. So I would go up to 5, and then they would swing back for 7. So I kind of still have to do this. Yeah, put the Ravager on the Vault Scourge here. So even Vorthian Renegades isn't an out because I have Welding Jar. So really it's exactly Reflector Mage that my opponent needs. 1, 2, 5, 7, 10. If they have a Thalia's Lieutenant, they can win. Yep, alright, good game. Go to the next one. Alright, anything I change on the play, I can drop like a Blood Moon for a Memnite. Yeah. Reasoning is that Memnite gives me more explosive turn 1 wins, essentially. So that's, you know, when I get to power out a Steel Overseer turn 1, I probably won the game. So each 0-drop artifact adds about 2% of a higher likelihood per game to get the busted turn 1 Opal on draw. So something like, you know, Jar, Opal, Memnite, Land, Overseer. So I don't really need this Blood Moon that badly because they have outs to Blood Moon. That game they didn't, but they had enough of a board that wouldn't have mattered. So we kept a pretty risky hand, and it didn't necessarily pay off. But that's how Humans plays out. Well, the matchup. Well, that's how Affinity plays out, that is. Karn. Sexy, beautiful Karn. Yeah, Karn's really good. What's interesting is that like the first copy of Karn makes the second copy of Karn better because, you know, say I start plussing with the Karn, start plussing, but then like I just minus the next turn. But if say Karn dies after I've already plussed it a couple times and I have a bunch of cards that are in exile, I can grab them with the second copy of Karn. It's like any silver counter on it from exile. So first copy makes second copy better. Yeah, I think Affinity is one of the few decks where Karn's actually going to be good in Modern, because otherwise it's a pretty slow card. There are other Planeswalkers that most colors can be running. All right, let's see. We're going to go first. This is an excellent hand. We'll play Drum, Ornithopter, Vault Scourge, turn 1. Turn 2, we will be able to equip. No, not equip. Yeah, we'll be able to equip Cranial Plating. Isn't that nice? And at that point, so our opponent's going to go like turn 1 Vial, turn 1 Hierarch, something like that. Yeah, humans is definitely, they do not do well against Affinity. So by the time I'm equipping Cranial Plating to Vault Scourge or Ornithopter, that's the time my opponent's playing a Kite Sail. So this hand is an excellent keep with an excellent payoff with 2 of the best cards of the matchup. Roll to 6, looking good. Speaking of rolling to 5, most likely. This guy's taking a lot of time on the clock, but that's fair. This is a Modern challenge, and he wants to make that money. Because getting first is a lot of tickets. He went to 5. It's good for us. You have a Galvanic Blast, of course, with the colors to play it. I'm very much liking this hand. I'm tempted to, if they play a Hierarch turn 1, bolt it or blast it, but that's probably not a good idea, actually. Like, I don't really need to do that. That is like next turn instead of playing a plating. Now if I get an Opal, I'm happy to use that extra mana on the blast. Otherwise, So literally turn 2, I'm going to be able to swing with a big lifelinker and get that life point swing early without my opponent being able to stop it in any way, shape, or form. Without exactly Dismember or Gut Shot, which the deck does run. But I don't expect that. And I still have the Ornithopter too. Hierarch? Cool. Yeah, I don't value... Oh, wow. Now I'm going to play the plating first. So the only thing I'm weak to here is Gut Shot, but that's not a big deal for me. Like, they Gut Shot it, that's bad, but I have a superior board right now. And hopefully if they don't Meddling Mage my Etch Champion, then I can play Etch Champion as well. So they might be stuck on a land. Which makes me want to... Nope, okay. So then I'm not going to bother with their Hierarch. Good. I didn't go all in on the Galvanic Blast. Champion, 2 mana, Meddling Mage, Thali's Lieutenant, Phantasmal Image? That's not good for our opponent. Yeah, they don't have anything going on right now. Oh, they just want to attack. Yeah, they can just block their... my Vault Scourge, basically. But I can blast it. Do I want to? Yes. Yeah. Yep, you're sacrificed, and I swing for 7. At this point, I basically won the game. My opponent needs exactly it is Staticaster next turn to come back from this. And then they will block the Ornithopter. So Staticaster is like their best drop, and then I have S Champion anyways as a backup, so our opponent probably has lost this. Meddling Mage. Staticaster? Reflector Mage? Mantis Rider. Okay. Yep, that's cool. Okay, so I think our opponent's kind of just lost here because I'm about to gain a bunch more life. Ooh, Citadel. Hell yeah. Yep. So our opponent has to block this Vault Scourge here. I've gained so much life, I can just tank a lot of hits. My opponent's most likely lost this game just because I have the Etch Champion already. So yeah, when we get the quick threats out, Humans has an incredibly hard time dealing with it. And of course our opponent mulled to 5. Thalia, Kataki. Kataki doesn't do much at this stage of the game, which is not very good for our opponent here. Meddling Mage, okay. Yeah, Kataki came out way too late, so that looks like a top deck for our opponent. So what I'm most likely going to do is I'll use Ornithopter with Springleaf Drum. Well, okay, so I want to be able to equip plating. That's all I really care about. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 artifacts I need to keep alive with 4 mana. So 2 of them need to die. So if 2 die, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Alright, so I'll let Vault Scourge die. Place my triggers on the stack. What do I want to happen last? Etched last. Cranial Plating last for sure. Probably Citadel. And Drum. Then Ornithopter can die and Vault Scourge can die. Alright. Right? Do I care about Vault Scourge that much? Well, okay, so I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, and I have 4 mana to spend, so I need to sacrifice 3 artifacts out of my 6 to equip plating. 3, 4. If I equip, but if I have, then I have 1, 2, 3. Vault Scourge is gonna float a mana. No. No, what are you doing? I had mana floating. Pay 1 for Ornithopter or sacrifice it. Okay. Yeah, alright. There. Okay. Do I need Springleaf Drum? 2, 3. Because I could sacrifice Springleaf Drum. If I do, this is 1, 2, 3. It's a 5, 2. It swings for 5. It's not enough. If I keep it alive, it's 6. But it's my colored mana, so I kind of want to keep that just in case. Right? Then I keep 3 more artifacts alive. No, I don't need Springleaf Drum. Alright, so this is how it's going to be. Yeah, our opponent's just lost. I mean, like, at that point, Voltgrid is worthless to us. Because, yeah, alright, good game. Alright, so we've won game 1 of the Modern Challenge, or round 1. We'll go ahead and just go over the list real quick. So this is it. I essentially just switched out a Thoughtcast and a Master of Ethereum for 2 Karns. Thoughtcast was basically also, it could have been a Master as well. I was just testing it out for a bit. It's basically this, you know, I'm a little bit more, I have a second Manmite now and a second Jar. So this is essentially to enable more busted turn 1s. We have, like, you know, the Haymaker sideboard with, you know, cards that if I play them against my opponent are supposed to just win me the game. So like Rip, Bitter Blossom, Blood Moon, Grid, Whip Flare, Ancient Grudge, Champion, and Thoughtseize. Like, they're all just really good cards. Didn't get the chance to see Karn in action yet, but hopefully we do, and I expect it to be very, very strong. So I'll see you guys in the next one.